Hi everybody, this is Jana Mojin with Dark Shadow Recording. Welcome to Jana's Kitchen. Today we'll make soup. We will make split pea soup. It's one of my favorite soups and it's pretty international. They make this soup in different countries all over the world. It may vary in taste, but we'll make our version today. We will be creative and we'll use different spices. You will be creative as well because we are somewhat limited at this time. So we'll start with, of course, split peas. It could be the green split peas, or you might be able to find the yellow version. That will be fine too. So just put that in the pot. We'll put some water in there. A lot of water, maybe even more than this. That's the only thing that we have to watch. We'll turn it on right here and bring it to boil. This piece is pretty clean, but if you feel better about life, you can rinse it. That's always an option. In the meantime, while we are waiting for our peas to we'll bring it to boil. We will chop our vegetables. We will need carrot, onions, and garlic. This is a very important part of the soup. Before we even start chopping, I want to make sure that your cutting board is not sliding, especially if you are musicians and you're going to work with knives. I don't want to even talk about that. So, a good tip, how to prevent sliding. Wet kitchen towel will do the trick. Big shout out to Travis at Flavor Catering. He showed me this trick on my first day when I started working for Flavor. Now we'll just cut our onions, medium dice. It doesn't have to be pretty. We will cook it forever, so you won't even see it at the end. So then we'll just do this real quick. Pretty messy here, but it doesn't matter. Just be safe. That's all that matters. And if you have garlic press, use that. If you don't, you can either smush your garlic, or you can just kind of chop it. I don't know if you can see it, but just try to chop it in small pieces. Curl your fingers so you don't chop them off. Just be safe. This is not a race. Like I said, we will cook this so you won't even see it. This will take probably about an hour. It depends if you have a blender. It may take a little less. Also depends on the quality of the piece you are using. Now we have onions, garlic, and our carrot that we can chop in quite big pieces, chunks. So all good. We will add that to our boiling in water, as well as salt. And when you decide to use, now there are many options. You can choose your favorite spices. Many people like to use chicken base or even those chicken cubes, whichever you prefer or whatever you have in your pantry or fridge. You can keep this completely vegan if you have vegetable base or those little cubes. I traditionally like to add marjoram right here. That's my favorite, but if you don't have that, there are so many options, like Italian seasoning will be fine, basil or oregano. It's the same family. I call it kind of the same family. You can use a little bit of paprika. That's very traditional in our country. and of course pepper, black pepper and salt. And if you don't have enough garlic, or if you don't have fresh garlic, always garlic powder is an option. Our water is boiling. We will add vegetables that we prepared. And a little bit of salt. Remember, you can always add more salt, especially if you're going to use the chicken base or vegetable base. Those are pretty salty products already, so I always recommend to use less and add later on. And the best part about this soup is it cooks itself. So we'll cook this for at least 30 minutes. We will add more water. Always, that's the only thing that you have to keep an eye on. Make sure there's enough water all the time. You can go practice or whatever, call your loved ones, but make sure you have water in the pot, because we can lower it down a little bit so it will simmer. You can cover but not completely, so the steam will be just kind of slowly simmering. Time to check on the soup. I will move it here so we can see it better. Our peas are nice and cooked. At this point, you can either use immersion blender if you have it, or Vitamix or any kind of mixer, and make your creamy soup. But if you don't have that, that's fine. We will add spices and we'll cook it a little longer. I like to add a little bit of black pepper, maybe a little bit of oregano. How about some thyme? That's good too. A little bit of paprika. It will change the color a little bit. And then, what do we have here? We can add a little bit of chicken base, but if you have a piece of ham or any kind of sausage or kielbasa, you can use that for flavor and save that for later, or you can keep it completely vegan. We're gonna let it simmer a little longer. I can tell already that it's looking great. Now it has the perfect consistency. Everything is cooked. I just need to stir it. It tends to kind of burn on the bottom, so keep an eye on it at this point. Now it's a good time to taste your soup. If you need to add salt and leave it as it is vegan at this point, that's fine. But I'm going to add a little bit of ham to our soup because we like it. And ham, as you know, it's pretty salty, so I'm not going to add any additional salt. Just kind of cut up this ham in small pieces and throw it right in. We'll cook it for additional 10 minutes. We want to make sure that we cook the ham, even though it's already pre-cooked. We just want to make sure we are safe. Our soup smells so good. I can't wait to try it. Now would be a good time to taste it. Add salt or other spices, whatever you have in your pantry. Split pea soup. Easy, it basically cooks itself. Enjoy. This is Jana Mojin with Dark Shadow Recording in Jana's Kitchen.